This video isn't for everyone. So let me be clear with who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the person that money isn't a problem. They got that handled. They make money in their sleep. But they still find themselves feeling anxious and feeling like something isn't enough, like something's missing. If that's you, keep watching. So let me tell you about my client. They are sitting across from me, looking well put together. You would never guess that, well, probably wouldn't guess that they're a millionaire, but you wouldn't guess that they had the problems that they had. Meaning they had the house, they have the house, the car, the family, the kids, all of it, but they still felt like something was missing and like they were drowning. And one of the things that they told me was, I don't know why I feel this way. I don't know why I feel like this. So they were doing everything right, taking care of their family, taking care of their extended family, even trying to take care of their friends. They felt like they were doing everything right, but they still felt like something was missing. And they felt like something still wasn't enough, like almost as if they didn't feel like they were enough. They have a basic, like, trusted community of people that they go to whenever they're having problems. Coaches, therapists, advisors, religious people within whatever they believe in. But here's what I want to say about therapy specifically. Therapy, one of the reasons why I don't practice traditional therapy is that it will keep you stuck in telling the same story. And what does that mean? That means that I've known people who came to me. This never happened with me personally because I usually move my clients out of that phase like really, really quickly. Like they get better like super fast. There's good story behind that. That's for another YouTube video. But I have had people come to me and say that they have been in therapy for 20 years and nothing has changed. Or maybe there had been like a little movement or a little bit of a progression, but not to where they feel like they should have been after 20 years of therapy. And there's a reason for that. Here's the thing, that the therapist is gonna ask you what's going on, you know, and at some point they're gonna say something like, how does that make you feel? Right? And that's the thing right there. That's the thing right there. They keep you in the feeling. They keep you stuck in the feeling. And I'm not bashing therapy. There's a place for it. What I mean by that is, for most therapists, they are not allowed to push their clients. They are not allowed to like guide. You have to wait and let them be ready let them show you when they're ready, even though they're saying that they're ready. And so what happens is they don't move you out of that feeling and you stay telling the same fucking story. And what happens when you go to anywhere? It doesn't matter where you go. Like you could go to freaking Chuck E. Cheese. You can go to the same resort in Mexico. You can travel to Bali. You can go to a mastermind. It doesn't matter where you go. If you are telling the same story, you're going to be the same person. You're gonna get the same results. Maybe you chose a different story when it came to money and when it came to wealth, but when it came to yourself and other things, the story remained the same. That never changed. And here's the thing, most professionals are trained to be neutral, like objective. I'm not about that life. They also are trained where they don't guarantee anything. I'm also not about that life. You're gonna get better. You're gonna start feeling differently about yourself. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Why? Because I'm really fucking good at what I do, and because I do it differently. I don't do it like everybody else. And how do I do it differently? I'm not afraid to believe in you. I'm not afraid to believe that you're going to get better, and you're gonna get dramatically better. You're gonna feel better, and you're gonna feel dramatically better. I'm not gonna keep things polite with like, the more realistic timeline. Fuck all that noise. You are an entrepreneur or business owner who is successful, and you got to this place not being realistic. So why the fuck would it stop at this place where now you're working on yourself? It's the same thing. Earlier today, I was listening to this video on like, be it before you become it. And it was basically talking about like being a millionaire and stuff like that. I was just kind of like going to like old school stuff. And it's so crazy how much content is out there on becoming a millionaire or even becoming a billionaire, whatever, right? Like, see it before it happens. And like even athletes talk about like winning the medals and all of this stuff, like see it before it's happening and see yourself there. But there isn't a lot when it comes to you. And I know there's a lot when it has to do with like professional, personal development and manifesting and things like that. But you're not applying that to this. You're not applying what you already know having to do with money, not being realistic, to you becoming or getting rid of this feeling that you have, or feeling better and knowing that anything is possible for you, including this. And because the people around you, the coaches and advisors and clergy people or whatever religion you're a part of, stay polite and really don't want to get your hopes up and don't want to push you into the best case scenario, because what if it doesn't happen? But what if it does? But what if it does? What if the best case scenario happens every single time, and the only reason why it doesn't happen is because you're always bracing, you're always waiting for the worst case scenario? You didn't do that with your business. You didn't do that with money. You weren't being realistic. Why would you do the same thing here? It's the same. So it's what you heard them say, what they've been telling you, and then what you saw growing up around you, and then what you started to believe, right? Because that's the same thing with money. That's the same thing with wealth. That's the same thing with business. You had to choose a different story. You had to choose to believe in something different. So if you're watching this, the success didn't fix anything inside. So you look better, you have more money, your family's taken care of, even the extended family, all that stuff, right? The cars, blah, 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 everything else. That's not a personal failing. You didn't fail. There isn't anything wrong with you. It's that you haven't changed your mindset around the internal like you did with the external. And you haven't looked for the right people to show you how to do that. Nor do you have the community or the right person to tell you, of course that's fucking possible. Of course you can feel that way. Of course you can get out of this. Or even, of course, this could be something of the past for you, where it never happens again, just like with you being completely penniless. Is that a possibility? Yeah, that's a possibility for anybody. However, highly unlikely now that you have all of this knowledge and expertise and experience around wealth, business, and money. This is no different. You're just gonna have to find the right person to be in your corner who knows what the fuck they're doing and is really fucking good at it. Now, there's no gatekeeping here. I already told you what to do. All you have to do is change the story, apply what you know about money and wealth and business, and apply it into this other area too. However, if you are similar to my clients and you want someone who is a trusted space in your corner, confidential, really going to believe in you and believe in the best case scenario and it actually happened, my information is down below. But like I said, let me not say but, and like I said, there isn't anything wrong with you. You haven't failed. This is just another thing that you have to figure out. And just like the other things that you did having to do with business and wealth and things like that, you looked for the right models, you looked for the right team, you looked for the right support in order for you to get to where you are right now. There's nothing wrong with you. There's never been anything wrong with you. I don't care what doctor says what. I don't care what psychiatrist says. I don't care what psychologist told you, whatever, what therapist told you, whatever, you have this disorder, blah. You didn't talk to me. You didn't talk to me. That's all I got for today. I will see you next time.